bolted doors. What shall I do with it? I hope Don Diego doesn't leave me swinging in the wind.
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'd like to see Juan Alvarado, please. I'm a friend of Alan Branford.
What about?
I'm with the FBI. We're conducting an investigation into the murder of some of your colleagues from New York.
Show me the photo.
This is FBI property and evidence in a major...
Farewell, lady.
This man's a paranoid nut. I'd better be careful. And I can't give him my ID. I have to find another way. Good evening. Is Senor Alvarado at home? Hey, wait! Don't go!
I can see you all the time, but you won't be able to get in.
I beg you, please.
How do I know you are who you say?
How can I convince you?
Push the photo and your ID through the gap.
If you can see me, you can see them too.
No, too far away. I must look closely.
How's he supposed to see her when everything is closed and boarded? Oh, here's a small window. If only I could get the ID up to the glass. Senor Alvarado, you still there? I put my ID up to the window.
I've seen it. You can come in.
If he's your man, he might be preparing a trap. Who were you afraid of?
The one who killed Haig, Rudolph, and the others.
Do you know his name?
No. You?
Not yet.
If you did not come to warn me, then why?
I want to hear about the expedition 20 years ago. What happened out there? Help me understand.
It was a long time ago. We were young, eager for success.
Warren said the same thing.
After many troubles, harassment by Indians and so on, we reached Acacor, deep in the jungle. Have you heard about it?
Yes.
At first, the Indians kept their distance, as though they were afraid to tread on the Holy Land. We found the vault, deep in the city center, full of treasure.
The minor relics Warren was talking about?
No, much, much more. Incredible stuff, scholars' dreams, gold. We were euphoric.
And the professor?
He was so worried about the return journey. He told us we wouldn't be able to take the treasure with us. That was a bucket of cold water on our hot heads.
Couldn't you see the logic?
Well, Warren had been winding us up. I don't know if it was just the treasure, but he wanted to take control of the party. Humiliating the professor was a side effect.
Did he succeed?
Yes. He had been quietly taking control of everything. When he was confident of our support, he confronted the professor. He said we should leave the professor in Akakor and return to the nearest settlement. Then he took the weapons and most of the provisions and gave us a choice. Stay with the professor, his daughter and Rache, and most likely die, or get out before it was too late.
Wow, that was harsh.
See, Rache was in love with the daughter. He wouldn't have left her for all the treasure in the world.
Nobody else?
There was one guy, a friend of Rache, but he broke down and ran after us 5 minutes later. He was a bit genteel, always ready to please.
Who?
Alan Branford, of course. We all liked him, so Warren really talked him up.
Aha.
What?
Nothing, go on. So, led by Warren, most of you decided to leave the jungle. How long were you gone?
Long time, about 2 weeks. How we managed to return, I do not know. When we came back, the Indians had disappeared, but the camp had been destroyed, and all the stuff scattered about, and no sign of the professor anywhere.
Did you look for them?
Of course. At first, we were hoping they had left too, a different way. But then we found Rache's body. It was half buried in foliage, and his heart had been ripped out.
Were you sure it was him?
Yes, Rache had a distinctive watch, one of those bracelet-type things.
So what happened then?
Warren then assured us that smuggling the treasure back to New York would be the best way to honor the professor's memories. We could believe anything back then. We wanted to believe. Anyway, Warren is a genius. I'm only surprised he didn't go into politics, although he's not the same man now as he was then.
I see. So then Hakiero helped smuggle the treasure back to the States?
Yes, and once everything was out, Warren told him to get lost.
And the treasure?
Warren funded life insurance from it, for all of us. Good policy, too. It annualized slowly, so we would never have to fear penury.
But where actually is the treasure?
I believe part of it forms the centerpiece of his collection at the museum. The rest he hid somewhere. I don't know where. I heard something about a tenement once, some dump owned by his grandparents.
I see. So, did you try to return to Akakor?
Well, soon after we left for the last time, heavy rains washed out the paths and reshaped the jungle. We gave up on the idea, frankly, until recently. Did you see an Incan out front anywhere?
He might have gone by the time I arrived.
Strange. Anyway, he bought some junk at the market from another Indian. Some of it had once belonged to me, and I know I'd locked it in a safe many years ago. It includes 4 precious stones, prized from the portals of Akakor. These are particularly interesting, as they are used to open the vaults down there.
Could I see them?
Tomorrow. I hid them safely in a dry place within the house. Anyway, the end of the story is that I used Google Earth to work out a route from here to Akakor and made a map of it. My intention was to return and try to determine the ultimate fate of the professor. So I went to New York to convince the old gang to join me. But after the murders, I gave up again.
Senor Alvarado, since you claim to have a map to Akakor and a desire to return, perhaps you'd consider taking me along. On a trip to Akakor?
Whoa, what you propose, it's very dangerous.
I've no doubt, but I'm here now and I must finish this.
I'm sorry, I don't completely understand.
I have a duty to protect the innocent, and if I have to run through the jungle to carry out that duty, so be it.
The hell with it. Let's go. I hid the map in a password-protected strongbox. Easy enough for you to open. We'll meet tomorrow morning.
Excellent. Thank you, Senor Alvarado. Until tomorrow, then.
Nicole, may I address you so?
Why, of course.
Thank you. That you want to pull me out of this. Thank you. That you want to pull me out of this. Did you manage to convince Don Alvarado to be the señorita's guide?
Yes, we're meeting today.
I wouldn't hesitate either. But at least he's not gone bad, thank God. Is the car deal still on?
On.
Good. And how are you feeling today? The leaves help?
Oh, yes, they were great, thanks.
Good. Good to hear. So, have fun on your trip with the professor.
Thank you, Don. I'll see you later.
Oh, señorita, take some food with you too.
Thank you. That Incan's not on his bench. I wonder why. Uh-oh, the doors are open. No prizes for guessing why. I had a bad feeling. I closed the doors from the inside, just in case. I can't. No, I'm feeling faint. Get me out of here. Nikki, pull yourself together. You can't help him anymore. How is that possible? Alvarado locked himself up tighter than Guantanamo. No, he wouldn't really need that. A very useful thing. I'll take it just in case. A very useful thing. Irreplaceable equipment. Irreplaceable equipment. Nice. They want to kill me. This isn't Counter-Strike. I can't use weapons against local police. I can't leave even a trace of my presence, especially my skinny dead ass. Space for an amphora. They don't fit together. No, Nikki, run! Go! Here's the Jeep. Let's blow this pop stand. Hey, good morning to you.
Buenos dias. Happy with the car?
Does it have fuel?
There's no gas station here, but I have a few liters.
Great, thank you.
Here, 20 liters. Should be more than enough.
Thank you.
$20, please.
Ah, right. Yes, but I don't have any cash on me.
I can wait.
Oh, crap. Why is my card being rejected? The cash machine is out of order. I'm afraid I can't pay you right now.
Ooh, this could be a little problem. Ah, I forgot. What about the photo with me, huh?
Let's do it later, okay? Although, perhaps I could pay you with the camera.
Okay, yes, camera is good. My sister will be happy.
Great. Well, I'll be back. They're still talking. I can't get any closer.
No! I don't believe she could do something like that.
Everything's clear now, Don.
I hope so. I know what he's like.
You'll see. He stays at the police station. He'll confess soon enough.
A proper kitchen. I bet the food here tastes heavenly. There's something brewing here, probably chicha. Cool, that wasn't too bad. A box of matches in the wrong hands could become a weapon. Cool, that wasn't too bad. Not a bad result. Done. 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 An old man who feels thirsty. Hello again. Here's the camera I promised you.
Take the gas can with you. Where are you heading?
How far can I go in this thing?
It will take you all through the Andes now that I have looked at it.
I'm thinking I'm going in more of a lowland direction. Downhill is always easier.
Hey, when will you return the vehicle?
In about 2 days.
I hope so. Regular clients are very unreliable these days. Anyway, good luck.
Thank you. Open sesame. They don't fit together. Cool, that wasn't too bad. It's beautiful here. I'm so glad I came. This bridge is predictably creaky. Such precipices give vertigo a good name. The lianas have overgrown everything. It's impossible to open. A crowbar. Must be 21 or over to drink here. It's swaying about like Joel Tatum after a whiff of beer. This Jeep has been here about 20 years now. The crate is locked, but not totally unopenable. This armchair is going to kill my back. This piece of wood could be useful. One more step and I'm in the obituaries. So then... Now that's what I call a drive in the country. The lianas have overgrown everything. It's impossible to open. Why isn't this working? They opened just a bit. Come on, come on. Faith moves mountains, but it doesn't open stone gates. Carjacks do, though. Let's go! If these symbols aren't some kind of clue, I'm in the wrong business. The guards are sleeping like logs. And yet, here I am. Not a single sign of the camp from 20 years ago. Step pyramids. The symbols are here too. I'm sweating like a dog. Isn't there a shower here? It's getting harder to breathe with each passing moment. The symbols are here too. Smells like a mummy's underpants. Must be a tomb. Right then, supposedly, this is Rocher's grave. Proper lock. Without some kind of lever, it ain't gonna happen. As I remember, those gates guard the vaults. Proper lock. As I remember, those gates guard the vaults. So then, proper lock. The work of a young and dynamic auteur. God knows why, but I feel disappointed. Was I expecting to find treasure here? A cloud of hungry Amazonian flies. There are faded paintings on the walls. The dyes beaten the heat and humidity.
We must strive to create a scholarly atmosphere if we are to succeed. Simple as that.
With the Indians on our backs, it's not easy to work in peace.
Exactly. So we will not be stripping the place of its treasures. So forget that for a start. Any finds we do make are the cultural heritage not only of those Indians, but of all Peru.
Peru? This isn't about Peru, Professor. It's about not having to worry about funding for a very long time.
You're not suggesting smuggling, are you?
I'm suggesting decades of trouble-free research.
Oh, the money will come, Bill. Don't worry about that. The city itself is an extraordinary discovery.
Only for you, Professor. The names of our boys here don't mean anything now, and probably won't in 20 years' time.
Bill, that's demagogy. You know that status in the scientific world is earned through years of hard work.
Maybe they don't want to wait that long. Shall we ask them?
Ridiculous. Besides, the Indians will never let us leave without the treasure. They've guarded the city for generations. None of the conquistadors who reached this place returned, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't even know it existed. Eh, Professor?
This sword's blade isn't completely rusty. Unbelievable. An airplane in the heart of the jungle. Another lost explorer. Another pile of useful junk. Traditional glass displays are popular even in the jungle. I'm not afraid to get behind the stick. It's just like dusting crops back home. The whole thing needs a quick eyeballing at least. The whole thing needs a quick eyeballing at least. This is an air filter. I'll just have to take him myself. Be a million years before I get official permission anyway. Look at this monster. I feel like he's gonna stick me to his web. Yuck. How about I try it one more time, but do it just a little differently? What shall I do with it? How about I try it one more time, but do it just a little differently? I don't know if Don Diego would be happy that the flies are getting fatter. Piece of cake. So then, a very useful thing. Not so stupid after all. I was begging them to go and look for help. I've convinced Alice that I have to stay here in case Warren returns. I just hope the Indians don't vent their anger on me. I've asked Noel for a watch. Mine broke. I don't want to become disoriented. My ears are alert to every sound the Indians make. They do seem more agitated than usual. Attacked the camp outside. Suddenly, the quiet of the jungle night was filled with rock and roll music. What a surreal experience. They had to find the radio. Still, it would probably be the first time this jungle had heard opera, as if heaven had descended to earth. I just want to die already. I hope they decide to enter through here, because I don't know if I have enough strength to crawl out there to them. A well-fed spider is a happy spider. Climates like this, water evaporates quickly. Poor bastard. Bracelet watch, popular in the 80s. The battery should charge up in flight. This filter will suck clean air again now. Hey, Ruth.
Did you see Nick in Peru?
Was he even planning to go?
Hard to say. He read your note and vanished again, although he called for you earlier today.
Okay, I'll call him later.
You made contact? What's the deal?
Yes, Alvarado told me about the expedition.
And? Anything new?
Yeah, but we're still in the shit.
Meaning?
After I left, Alvarado was murdered.
Don't tell me that...
It gets worse. It was another one of our weird ritual killings.
Where's Nick? Was he with you?
What do you think? He missed his flight.
Of course.
I had to go.
Talk. Fast.
As we thought, treasure was the basis of the argument between Warren and the professor. Warren and the others abandoned the professor, his daughter, and her friend Rache. Seems the Indians got them after that. But anyway, I went and checked out Akakor for myself.
You did what?
Yeah, I found Rache's grave too, just as Alvarado described it.
So what are you thinking now?
Well, they could be the professor's remains. Analysis of the jawbone I retrieved will confirm or deny that.
Alvarado's dying the same night you visit doesn't look too good. How do we explain that?
Alvarado was barricaded in. I practically had to beg to be let in. Which he did, only after scrutinizing my ID and that photo for 1,000 years.
Well, it could have been Warren, or Brantford. How are you and Nick working out?
We haven't, started to cooperate in full.
And that's it? Time's running out here, Agent. We need results, not dreams and holiday stories.
I do what I can.
And more. You broke nearly every rule in our foreign contact manual.
I felt it was time to get more hands-on.
The only hands out there were on Alvarado's throat as they cut his beating heart out.
Come on, it was always likely he'd be hit.
A likelihood you may well have improved. I'm taking you off the case as of now. I'm assuming full command from here on out. Plus, you're suspended from active duty.
Chief, I only need 2 more days. I'm this close.
It's not open to discussion, and I want your final report by tonight.
I'll have to hit that library again to do that.
Fine, vacation time's over, Lara Croft. Just get it done.
Hey, that was no vacation out there. I bled to move this investigation forward.
Save your energy. You'll need it later, if you're lucky.
I want the suspension in writing.
Why, of course. Why, of course.
Tell me one thing. Is Nick a suspect?
At this point, I can't exclude the possibility.
Sorry, honey. I'm busy right now.
Hey, good morning to you.
Ah, it's you again, FBI. You're probably surprised to see me, huh?
I am, but I'm glad you're here.
The niece fell ill after the trip. Worn out, I suppose. Can I help you?
I hope so. Today I'm looking for information on Professor Dickinson.
Ah, I remember him. You probably want to know about his tragic expedition, I suppose.
That's right. I've been looking for stuff on that expedition.
You should have said so right away. Oh, and I'm not sure, but I think our bookworm was someone from your side.
Bookworm? Oh, the page terror?
Yeah, that little vandal.
Can you get me a name? That would be very useful.
I'll try.
And regarding Professor Dickinson?
Yes, well, I remember his widow gave all the professor's notes and diaries to his assistant.
It wasn't a man named Warren, was it?
Might have been.
Thank you.
Thank you, dearie. Stay healthy.
Old framed photo. To John and colleagues, Noel Roche. This hairy beast is Roche?
Well, ain't seen you around for a while. Investigation breakdown?
On the contrary.
Where are we going today? Storage? The orangery? Gift shop?
The archives.
Archives? But of course. And will Madame be setting off any alarms today?
Not unless you'd like me to. All right then, onward, Jeeves.
Look, lady, I don't know what you heard, but I ain't got nothing to do with it.
How am I going to find these documents? How do I read that? Which is left? Right. A box full of Professor Dickinson's papers and journals. From dental records, we can establish that this is from the remains of Professor Dickinson. Right. Have you been out of town recently?
Good day to you, Agent. No, I haven't, but I gather you were in Peru.
You're well informed. Alvarado told me all about the expedition and your little revolution.
I don't think you know the whole truth.
I know enough about your part.
Do you indeed? Well, if I've done some wrong, then arrest me. Otherwise, I've no interest in baseless accusations.
I also know about the grave you thought was Rocher's.
Whose is it then?
The professor's.
Well, that could explain a lot. I never liked the idea of the professor and his daughter whirling around exacting vengeance from the guilty.
So you think Rocher is alive and killing?
Do you have a better explanation?
Couldn't it be the case that someone wants your treasure?
Treasure? Even if this treasure existed, I don't see how 5 dead bodies would lead to it. Anyway, I must dash. Until the next...
6.
Yes?
Alvarado was killed shortly after my visit.
God save us from the FBI.
You're out of order.
Chaser here. Where's the report? You got an hour.
I'm following Warren at the moment. I'm on 181st by the subway.
Repeat your location, please.
181st Street subway. Warren's leaving his vehicle and entering a tenement.
You come back here right now, you hear me? You are no longer lead on this case. I'll deal with him.
From Chaser. He wants me to turn over all materials in the serial killer case to him. From Chaser. He wants me to turn over to John and colleagues, Noel Rocher. This hairy beast is Rocher? To John and colleagues. Well, we definitely got Rocher's photo and signature. Does this handwriting look familiar? The letters E, S, and N are alike in both signatures. Well, well. He suspended me.
It's not so bad. He probably isn't serious.
He lumped me with the guilt for Alvarado's death, too.
Well, he's been touchy with everyone lately. He wasn't even here for a few days. When he came back in, he was acting like a bear with a splinter in its paw.
It wasn't in his paw, I'll tell you that.
That ain't everything either. All of a sudden, I seem to have a desk full of outstanding work and little point in going home.
Yeah, I've got to have the Peru report on his desk by this evening, too.
I know. He asked me to stay with you, but no way I'm working late tonight. I'm going home, honey.
Oh, he won't like you in the morning.
Look, if you're still writing reports, you're still an agent. Lock up before you go, would you? The key's in my drawer.
Okay, Ruthie, although I'll probably be done with it soon.
And don't get in any more trouble or the chief will string me up by the balls. And when it comes to that, he's the best.
Screw the morality of it. Human life is at stake. FBI agent starts career tossing her boss's office. Is fired the next day. What's the password? I'm acting in a high necessity state. Airplane tickets to Cusco, Peru. Oh shit. Everything's clear now. I led him right to Alvarado. I gotta go tell Nick and then go grab Warren before he gets hit too. Let's book it. There's no time to lose. Is that lanky guy from the previous photo also him? This must be the page he tore out of the '86 yearbook at the library. A police photo of a car accident. A police photo of a car. I think this is Alice Dickinson, the professor's daughter. This must be the page he tore. Nick, come on, pick up for once. Listen, Leon Chaser is Noel Roche. Roche is our killer. I'm going to the subway on 181st to intercept Warren. Irreplaceable equipment. Is this the building which belonged to Warren's grandparents? The schematics seem to indicate that we need to bypass switchbox 2007 WB. A very useful thing. Great idea! This is the elevator's engine room. Here's the heart of the mechanism. I'd never have guessed that would have worked. Doors to the cellar are closed. Maybe it'll be easier by elevator. It's pretty unpleasant here. Irreplaceable equipment. Gas valve. Why'd anyone keep a load of water here? I'll take it just in case. So now I'm on the other side of the wall. A small railway carriage from 1917. Grandpa always wanted to be an engine driver. Must be genetic. A crank would be good right about now. Driving that train high on cocaine. Casey Jones is ready. Do.
Take it, all of it, all the gold. He didn't deserve it, you do.
Well, it was Vaquero who inspired me. When I saw Fairbanks' body, I thought, why not me? Why didn't I kill him? Nothing was left for me then. Only this film in my head of those Indians carving Alice into pieces.
Rashid, this isn't my fault.
But it was you who left us there.
I didn't want her to die either.
You weren't there when they got her. None of your pals were. That's why each of them had to be taught a personal lesson. And now it's time for yours.
FBI! Drop the gun!
I'm the FBI!
Release me, quick!
Nick!
Both dead. Damn. Guess I screwed up again. On the other hand, it might just be the best possible ending to this case. One thing I still don't understand, though. Why he kept Branford alive.